New listings decline in 99% of the top 200 metro areas in the US. That's what we're going to cover in this monthly market report. This is for you if you are a real estate agent, a financial advisor, or an attorney interested in market data to help you advise a client, or perhaps you are that potential buyer or seller looking for some direction. I'm Paulo Rodriguez. I've been a mortgage professional since 2005, and here is the market data that you need to make an informed buying or selling decision, or help your client do the same. We've seen buyer demand return to market after about 6 to 7 months in 2022, in which rising mortgage rates scared off a lot of buyers from the market. In the second quarter of this year, Freddie Mac conducted a survey of buyers and sellers, and what they found was that 18% of Americans said they are likely to buy a home in the next 6 months. That number is significant because if we consider pre-pandemic years, the normal churn in the market, the normal share of people buying a home runs somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10%. So we are well north of that, which is a clear indication that for a lot of Americans today, the desire to buy a home is very much on the front burner, in part because of life changes, circumstantial changes, and in many respects, a desire to move on from a very challenging pandemic period. At the same time, 16% of Americans who own their home, who were surveyed in May, said they are likely to sell in the next 6 months. These are really solid indicators of a market that is really returning to a more typical seasonal trend, and also importantly, returning towards a more active market. But despite that, the shortage of inventory still plagues us. The chief economist at the National Association of Realtors points out that while available inventory strongly impacts home sales, existing home sales activity is down sizably due to the current supply being roughly half the level of 2019. And when we take a look at the numbers, we see at a glance what he means here. When you look at the average month supply for the 2011 to 2019 period, you see it's roughly about 5 months. That's the inventory you'd be expecting in a balanced market. Today, however, and this is as of May 2023, we are at only a 3-month supply, an improvement from the years of the pandemic period, but at the same time, still quite a bit short of a balanced market. And the supply of existing homes is improving, but remains limited. According to Realtor.com, there were 7.1% more homes for sale in June compared to the same time in 2022. This means that there were 41,000 more homes available to buy on a typical day this past month compared to 1 year ago. However, the inventory growth rate for homes continued to slow for the 4th month in a row. So taking a picture of what that looks like, you see active listings, and again, 2023, the months are highlighted in green. You see those much higher than the same period during 2021 and 22, which is really the good news. Buyers today have more options, and homes are coming and staying on the market longer, which gives a lot of buyers extra time to make decisions, to prepare their offers, which all in all is a really good development for the market. At the same time, we're still below the levels we were in 2017, 18, and 19. Realtor.com highlights what is driving some of this. In the final week of June, we noted that inventory actually declined on a year-over-year basis for the first time since last April. This substantial slowdown was primarily driven by fewer potential sellers opting to list their home, and the market which lapped the period of higher inventory growth that started in May of last year. Realtor.com goes on to say that in June, the number of homes newly listed for sale declined by 25.7% compared to the same time last year. New listings remain 27.6% below pre-pandemic levels. In fact, the pace of new home listings year to date is even 16.4% lower than in the first half of 2020, when the real estate market was still contending with pandemic-era closures, restrictions, and uncertainties, highlighting just how short on new options buyers are in today's market. And looking at the numbers for the past 7 years, you see here every month plotted in terms of new listings. The dark blue line highlights this year. You see that new listings this year lagged by quite a significant margin to the prior 6 years. And speaking to that shortage of new listings, here is a look at the top 200 metro areas by population size in the US that Realtor.com provides inventory metrics for. And in June, 99% of those top 200 saw new listings decrease compared to a year ago. This, in a sense, captures how tight the market for new listings is and how significantly uncertain many homeowners feel about today's market. In closing, let's take a look at what the chief economist of Fannie Mae had to say in a recent report, in which it was pointed out that housing prices continue to show stronger growth than what was previously expected, speaking to the perception that was painted by headlines over the last 10 months versus the market reality. He also underscores that housing's performance is a testimony to the strength of demographic-related demand, meaning that a lot of young people, that's millennials and even Gen Z, are coming to market and embracing homeownership. And this is in the face of baby boomers aging in place and Gen Xers locking in historically low rates, meaning they're not likely to move anytime soon, both of which have helped keep housing supply at historically low levels. What this captures is the fact that we have a huge generation of young Americans who are between the ages of 26 and 35, a period of time in which they're looking to buy a home. The report also highlights that home builders continue to add to the supply pipeline, but years of meager home building over the past business cycle simply means that the imbalance between supply and demand will be likely to continue for some time. The reality check, of course, is that affordability continues as a challenge and many homeowners still have limited options for their next home. But on the outlook side, new construction is growing, offering more options for buyers and sellers. That's a wrap for the July monthly market report. I appreciate you listening in. Forward, subscribe, share. I'll be back next month. But before you go, if you're looking to purchase or refinance or know someone that is and would like a no-cost consultation with me personally, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to analyze if your debt is structured in the most optimal way or if there's room for improvement. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.